Yo, what up? This is video number 2 of 9. I believe I got that math right. And in the first video, we did the unboxing of these guys, and this is like a Chinese Devastator. That's really, I feel like it's based on Generations Toys' Gravity Builder. And as you can see back here, it it can turn into the excuse me, guys. It can turn into the Bayverse kind of Devastator, and then it has a secondary mode where it turns into this Devastator, and then it has a third mode, which is not too dissimilar from that one, a third Devastator mode, and yeah, there are 7 members, and then there are some like extra bits to turn into the second Devastator mode, and there's a bunch of like construction bits, and I haven't been able to figure out what this is. I got to take it to my wife so she can read what this means, but yeah, I don't know. But in this video, since they are in alt mode already, we're gonna start with the Devastator form. So just give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. Yeah, we're gonna go through all their individual bot modes and combined modes and stuff, but like I said, this one, it already shows that Devastator mode. And so let's start with this. Oh, he does have some extra accessories that I have to pull out, but let me pull them out as we get to them. So the first one that we're gonna focus on is Scrapper. And oh, by the way, dude, my bad, dude. I'm so sorry. I forgot to say hello to y'all. I hope y'all are doing great while I kind of move these off to the side. Hope you're in a good mood. Whoops, Hook's boomstick just kind of fell off. Hope you all are in a good mood. Hope you have some warm food in your belly. And hope you are surrounded by good people, good toys, and just good experiences overall. And I hope you're experiencing a ton of peace in your life. And yeah, and I thank you for joining me, okay? Yeah, I forget the pleasantry sometimes, and I'm sorry about that. So, okay. These instructions are tiny, tiny, tiny. I wish they were a little bit bigger, but you know what? There's not much to the transformation. There's only about 5 steps, so I hope we can move through it pretty quickly. So it says, okay, start with this mode. And I can't really tell what it's asking me to do in terms of right there, what I'm supposed to swing back. But it looks like the tires on the bottom flip out, and then this kind of goes up. So this goes up, and these untab, and the tab is really, the little peg is really thin, and it comes out easy enough. It's pretty smooth, but just be careful if you do happen to buy this set. And okay, so we've kind of splayed them out as suggested, and then it looks like it's gonna do this. But see this little tiny peg right there? That's plugging into, there's a tiny hole on the arm, and that's all fine and dandy, and it pegs in pretty well, but I am concerned immediately how much weight is going to be resting on that particular piece. But you know what? It looks like I'm folding these fists down, so there's a lot of weight distributed here, but still, I wish that connection was a little bit more secure. And there we go. We have the initial foot. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. And I forgot to bring one of my Energon guys to see if this is compatible, but that'd be kind of hilarious, having an Energon torso, and it'd be like pretty minuscule, diminutive, and really small compared to this. But cool. Scrapper, 1 down. Now let's take, let's go with Hook. And so easy enough. So for Hook, see, they say remove this, but it doesn't tell you how to remove it. And thank goodness this accidentally came off earlier. There's a slider joint. You see that? They don't tell you that in the instructions, and I could have just been pulling upward and potentially messing up the toy. But thank goodness that kind of came off on itself. So, all right, I have removed that. And maybe it says it over here in Chinese, and so I'll give them a little credit because I can't read it and I won't assume. This middle bit, there are these tiny pegs over here, so you do have to slightly lift this up as you're spinning this. And so this, it looks like the orientation is like that, and I got it. And then we do this Hold on, let me make sure it's all plugged in. And it says open this up and then flip it. Hey, this is the first time I get to see the head. And a lot of them have been looking like Batman figures. And okay, he doesn't look like a Batman figure. He looks like a robot teddy bear, kind of. Not too bad. But it's all on friction. It's all on friction. Like, you got to shake it out, and once it's out, like, you just pull it up and there's friction. But yeah, whatever, dude. So we got this, and we spun this around like they've asked. And then it looks like it tabs in. Okay. See those slots over there? I'm going to try to make sure to keep this all on camera because a couple of my last videos, I've been doing everything off screen. So these all like tab in well, so that's cool. I like it. Oh, okay. This slides in a little bit. Tabs in like so. Over here, same thing. And I will say everything feels good right now. Everything feels pretty good. And then I lift this up and I set it down. So the spacing, it's all good. Everything tabs in very securely. There's no extra effort. I'm not having to flex things. And so that's all great. And now it looks like we're done. And I guess I'm supposed to reattach the boom piece. I think it's called a boom, right? I know there's a ton of knowledge out there in the community. Recently, I had mentioned something about airplanes, about ailerons or something, and somebody in the comments basically was, I'm forgetting who it is exactly, I'm sorry. But yeah, they're dropping knowledge on like airplane bits. I'm sure somebody out there is a construction person. And so knowledge sharing within this community is so, I love it. It's a beautiful thing. I love when we knowledge share together, because that's what we used to do, you know, when we used to live in communities. We used to be all about that knowledge share, and that's how we survived. And so it's very appealing to me. So number 2, oh, okay, I guess it's going like that. Doesn't really matter. We're going to work on long haul, and let me grab them real quick. These guys are interesting, cast in their kind of like Skittles color. They're not one uniform bit, and I guess maybe that's more of a nod to the Bayverse Devastator. And as you can see, dude, he's wilding, dude. Look at that guy, dude. He kind of looks apish almost, you know. The back looks a little sus. It's a little weird, but whatever, dude. We'll see when we figure this out. But the fact that it can turn into 3 different Devastator modes is particularly impressive. So okay. There's this accessory part, and then so you remove that. I guess it's not being used, and so that's fine. So we remove that. And then it says open up the back part, and then flip the legs down. So okay, I'm kind of opening up the back part over here, and I wonder how much of the legs do I flip down? Am I flipping down this whole waist? They don't really make that clear, but it looks like I'm bringing this part up. Let me just double check. Yeah, that's hard to see, man. I mean, it does look like the legs are coming up. It looks like they're coming apart at the middle. And so I got to untab that, I think. Yeah, and like I mentioned just a second ago, everything is like coming apart as it should. There's no extra effort. Like, the manufacturing on this is pretty decent. The plastic quality is a little hollow and stuff, but the manufacturing is pretty decent. I'll give it that. And then I think what's happening is, after I brought these up, see there's those slots in there and those tabs here? I think what I'm doing is securing the legs into those slots after I've opened them. That's my guess. And I think I'm correct based on that. And then, oh, on the other side it says do it as well. So that's a really interesting bit. You know, I don't recall owning the Generation Toys Gravity Builder, but maybe that was built into it. But yeah, it secures the open legs right here, and it also secures it over there. So yeah, I'll give him that, dude. I'll give him a lot of credit, actually. I mean, whoever the original designers are. And then it looks like you bring that down. The ratchets sound good. Ratchets sound real good. And you know what? This thing is like, I don't know, it has this like weird dust on it. I don't know if you can tell, but like there's stuff on my hand. And I had this yesterday as well. Like I don't feel anything weird on the toys or the paper per se, but after I touch them, I always got to wash my hands. It's this strange powder. I mean, not really a powder. It just feels like it's dusty, but I don't see any dust on it. So I don't know, if I get sick, somebody, you know what happened to me. All right, well, I did all of this. And what's interesting is, like, this, okay. They have it splayed out like that, but I'm not sure how this, I'm wondering if this waist bit is not supposed to be tabbed in, and it's supposed to be like this. Or yeah, this is pretty perplexing. I think they're saying do this. I could be wrong. Because this isn't tabbing in anywhere here, and I would expect it to based on, you know, what I've experienced with this so far. But it does kind of resemble that thing there. It says bend down 90 degrees, then bend up 90 degrees. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll find out later if this like catastrophically falls apart. But this bit right here isn't, it's not, oh, you know what? It kind of like clicked in place actually. It's not securing to anything, but you can see it's holding its place. So, yo, again, I'll give him that, dude. There's all these little things about this engineering where you can clearly see that somebody put their thought into it, and they went through the engineering and the QA process to ensure that it's doing what it's supposed to do. All right, man. So far, so good, Elijah Wood. All right, so we have Bone Crusher over here. And then, what? So, okay, so apparently this is removable. I didn't know that. But it's saying, oh, I'm afraid to dislodge this. But it looks like it's saying that I have to bring this whole thing up. That's kind of scary, dude. Like, I don't want to put too much force behind it because, like I said, oh. All right, I didn't break it. Did I? No, I didn't break it. I was like, I don't want to put too much in cacao. But here, hold on for a second. When I first purchased this, these were undone. Okay. And so it. Dude, I don't understand. Like, it's telling me that this entire back piece comes up, but that's impossible. Let me put these back together again. And then this tabs in over here, and that's all fine and dandy, but this cannot. I just saw the hinge in there. What they're asking me to do to lift up that back flap is not possible. And it's not on a hinge or anything. And it says this is removable, but like when I'm trying to pull this, you can see this plastic is flexing, and I'm not comfortable with that. Dude, I don't know if this comes up. I don't know if this comes off, dude. Let me try to open this up and take a look at this bit again. I mean, I can see that it connects over there. It looks like it's a mushroom peg. And there is no... I think it's been simplified. And what it's asking me to do to... It's kind of impossible. Unless... Oh. Okay, that wasn't clear. Okay. Now what they're asking is possible. But I still have to remove this from this, and oh gosh. This is... Oh. Dude, it's in there, man. Oh, wow. Okay, you know what? I almost broke this. You can see that there's a stress mark, but that's my fault. All right, I'm figuring out that these things, they are well designed. I have to stop assuming that they took shortcuts and stuff like that. So this goes on, and then it turns. And so, my bad. My bad. Wow, imagine if I had just like Hulk smashed that. I would have broke this toy, and that would have been totally my fault. And I would have felt super bad. So my bad, man. I mean, thank goodness it's just a light stress. I can treat it later. But, and then from here, it says turn it like that. And then this, I don't know, just hangs out back here or something. Wow. Almost ran into a doozy there, class. Yeah, yeah. All right. So we have one of the hind legs in Bone Crusher. Let's move it to the side. And now we will work on Scavenger. And the same thing, I suppose. Turn it, remove it. Yeah, dude, I'm such a dummy, dude. I feel so bad what I did to them. My bad, man. My bad, man. My bad. I'm really sorry about that, dude. Yeah, I'm really, really sorry about that. Okay, I had the boom the other way. I think it's called the boom, right? And then we pop that in, and then we turn it, and then we pop this up. Okay, so a lot of this is like pop up and turn, pop up and turn. And yeah, considering the fragility of the plastic, I really could have did a number on that, but thankfully we caught ourselves. Let me put these guys off to the side so they don't mess up the focus. Now we are working on Mixmaster. This video is kind of long, huh? 20 minutes. Alright, what is this saying to do? It's saying, like, pull this forward. But my guess is, are these all tabbed in? Kind of. They are tabbed in. Just gotta be gentle. So pull that forward. All the way. And I do remember these particular feet in the gravity builder. So maybe I owned it at one point. I honestly don't remember. So like we're... And then it says this. It says something here flips up. I don't know what that is. Like, okay, you know, I don't want to speak out of turn again, but there's this little piece right there that I know it can't focus on. That looks like a little bar. You can see it right there. I don't have that piece on this guy. And let me see if it's in the accessory packets. No. Well, it doesn't look like it's crucial, I don't think. So, I'm just going to ignore it. Yeah, that's strange. It's like lift up that bar, but I don't really even see a hinge on this guy for... So whatever, dude. Maybe that bar will appear later somewhere, but for the time being, no. And so we have this flipped over, and then it says, like, it says this part has to come off of this, but man, I'm again afraid of applying so much force. I'm sure there's a way to do this like elegantly. It says do that, and then ow, that took a lot of force, and basically it was, there's little like friction joints basically holding this bit in. But all right, that one did require a little bit of Hulk smash. And I kind of jammed up my finger. Yo, that hurt. And then from here, what is this talking about? Is it saying that this is supposed to be like this, and this is supposed to hinge forward? What? Well, I don't know. It's kind of doing the thing that it says it should be doing. So I'm gonna plug all this back in. Man, I'm getting all these sniffles. I hope it's not a reaction to this like dust, powder, or something. Small-time YouTuber succumbs to mysterious powder. More news at 8. Y'all know what happened then. Somebody reach out to the news channels and tell him it was the Devastator. It was the Devastator that did him in. All right. Well, that little piece that they mentioned, that bar bit, it certainly looks like it wasn't necessary for anything. And so, yeah, so I've gone ahead and, whatever. I think, no. Like, see, if I look at this, there's a noticeable gap between between this. So or I don't know. I don't know, dude. I feel like it looks right, but for some reason the perspective makes it look like the barrel, the mixing barrel, and then the arms back there have this like huge gap between them, and I just don't see that on mine. Yeah, man, I just don't see that on mine. Like, and I don't think the legs move forward or anything. Like, they got a bit of a rocker, but I think that's supposed to be the ankle rocker. And when I look at this piece over here, you see what I mean? How the arms look kind of different. Like, am I missing a bunch of steps with this shell? Does the shell somehow, like... Like, I can see that it opens because there's a hinge. Okay, I kind of cracked it open, but... Oh, and here's a little boom thing that they talked about. Wow, I gotta stop underestimating these guys. I really have to stop underestimating this toy and assuming that things are missing, or like, you know, a lot of times if you get like bootleggy figures, you might basically, oh, but you know what? The instructions say you're supposed to tuck it in anyway. So we were getting to that, but yeah, man, I gotta stop underestimating these guys. And I've said this repeatedly now, so I gotta say that the QC on this is pretty good. The QC on this is pretty good, and if there's anyone who's messing it up, it's me right now. But for the life of me, I can't figure out if this is supposed to be anything different. Well, is it because it's extended? Like that? Well, whatever, dude. We'll just keep going. We did Hook already, and so now we have, what's his name? Rampage? Quentin Rampage Jackson. Y'all know that? The ex-UFC MMA fighter. Rampage. All right. It looks like this goes up to a certain degree. It looks like this opens up. And the paint is done really well. It's quite vibrant, actually. What? Does this fold back? No, I don't think it folds back because there's a stop. Oh, is it the fists? Okay, yeah, it's the fist that we're stopping it. Again, I am not going to underestimate these guys' engineering and QC process. And it's a little Batman guy. I'm not going to disrespect them like that anymore. Other than the plastic quality, I gotta say, dude, this is a pretty nice kit. This is a pretty nice kit. With everything that I've experienced so far, and it's been pretty easy to transform. Then so now they do talk about that other accessory. So let me start. There's like 2 boxes of accessories. So one is the face, and the other is the chest piece. I think that's it. Yeah. Then it says connect the face into the chest bit. It's a very, very, very tight fit. Very tight fit. All right. It's funny. It doesn't really show you how to connect them. Oh, these are the individual bot modes, I guess. Trip out. It's just like, ta-da, just like put it together. I'm like, what? So this looks like, but it has been to some degree intuitive. I will admit I am kind of scared of pushing this in like too much, but dude, there's corresponding tabs. You can see that there's a tab connecting in there. There's a tab connecting in there, and then there are two up here. So it's in pretty tight. It's probably going to be a nightmare to remove later, but it's in there right now. It's in there like swimwear, dude. It's in there deep. And then it says just attach long haul to the bottom. There's a sequence to it. This I wish I had known. Now I got to remove this, and it's going to be terrifying. Because the plastic quality, like I said, that's what's scaring me. Because the fit is really tight. Okay, you know what? That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. So down here, you see those sliders? Those White Castle sliders? You basically slide them into long haul. I'm not sure how deep they're supposed to go. I think that's it. I think that's about it. Yeah. Okay, so that's in there. And then on this leg, I guess this connecting joint, it shows it being, oh, okay, recessed away. All right, that works. And it says connect bone crusher down here. Again, insert and twist. Oh, even the insert part is kind of tough, though. Ooh, this is going to be scary later. This is going to be scary undoing it. Let me make sure. Yeah, either way, this is a really, really tight fit. That is going to be terrifying later. And regardless of which way I put it in, it's both really, really tight. So right now I'm actually just trying to enlarge in the hole right now just by getting it used to it. Ooh, that's going to be rough later. And then now we have turned it. I do wish this tabbed in a little bit better. I know it clicks in. There's a soft knuckle joint that allows it to hold it in place. But I do wish it was a little bit more secure over there. But it is what it is. Please let this one be a little softer. Does he have ratchets? Yeah, he does. He does have like soft ratchets on there. Oh, this one's tough too. This one's tough too. It might, I'm not gonna lie, I could potentially see that part breaking apart later. And I'll be sad if it does, but it is secure. It is secure. And yeah, see, it's coming apart because it doesn't have a strong connection point right there. We're getting Rampage, and it looks like we're sliding Rampage. I mean, is this how the Bayverse Devastator works? I've never owned any of them. So I think I've slid him in as much as possible there. And then, did I miss a step? Ah, gotta bend out the connectors. Oops, excuse me, class. I apologize for that squeakity squeak. So that's going to go in there. Nice and secure. I'm going to start standing him up because... And I'll push him back so once we're all done we can see. Okay, that connects in there. So I'm going to bring this down. So it's a matter of getting everything in place. But right now, one of the legs is higher than the other. Or I didn't line up something correctly, but it feels like, is it just a ratchet issue? Or is it a waist issue? See what I mean? He's a little lopsided. Slightly. Now why is that? Why is that? Does he have a waist? I think he does have a waist swivel. And this waist swivel also looks like it's on a spin and turn joint. When I look at it through here, oh, my bad. You guys can't see any of this stuff. My bad. He's kind of collapsing under his own weight right now, and that's not great. But at this point, that's when I can plug all of this in. It's all right. I think this is it. But like, this right here, like, again, I'm not sure if I've done something wrong. I can't quite, like, there's a soft knuckle, and so it makes me feel that, yes, that is the way it's supposed to connect. But in terms of, like, I don't know, you see how lopsided it is? It needs to be a little bit more like that. But maybe that's the result of this arm? I think that's the best we're going to get it. Oop, sorry. So let me spin him around so you can see. The weakest part is long haul right here. I mean, it's level and it looks appropriate to what it's supposed to do, but the locking mechanism is it exists, but it's again, Maybe it's my mistake because these guys have done everything right so far in terms of engineering and everything, but I just wished it secured a little bit better. But it's not bad for what it is. This leg keeps this leg keeps collapsing though under its weight, and so this shoulder joint, see how loose that is? That probably could have been reinforced a little bit more. But yeah, he looks all gorilla-like. Like, I don't know anything about the Bayverse Devastator. Like, I never owned any copies, and so if this is taking cues from that, and those were the engineers who designed this, then kudos to them. Again, but it does incorporate a lot of elements, like I said, from Gravity Builder and things like that. So it really does seem like it's some type of like hodgepodge, mishmash, mosh of a Devastator. It's not horrible. I'm not going to hate on it completely. It's not horrible. And I am curious to see what the other modes look like, the more traditional Devastators. But yeah, you know what? Now I've gotten it to kind of stand, and yeah, man, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. But this side does keep. I wonder if maybe I did see something earlier that I kind of neglected about this going up. And maybe that's meant to hold this in. Again, my fault for underestimating these guys' engineering. But yeah, that might go up and that might help this. But honestly, it's probably better than what I'm doing here. It's probably better than what I'm doing. It's probably because I've missed some crucial instructions that it's kind of heaving like that, but not too bad. Not too bad. All right. Well, thanks for joining me. This has been a long one. Whoa, 40 some odd minutes. And if anybody has watched this long, yo, you are a champion. And yeah, I don't know. I'll probably end up selling or giving this set away because I don't know. It doesn't really have any place in my collection, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. I guess in the next subsequent videos, I'll show the individual bot modes and also the combined modes for the more traditional Devastators. And so thank you for being here with me, and I will catch you all very, very soon. Be safe out there. Be kind to yourself and others, okay? Bye-bye.